What's up? What's the word?
And we are rolling. It's your boy Cody. Here, what's the word? Here, what? On a very special day, it's my best friend Bridget's birthday.
It's our birthday.
It's your birthday?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Oh my god, I thought that was me.
And we're keeping the festivities going with a very special guest, Miss Ryan Destiny. How you doing? I'm sorry. I'm a little rusty. I didn't speak on the show today. I took today off on the show.
He didn't get to like warm up.
Okay.
Today, this is like my first time getting it in today. So
That's fine. You got like this smooth voice going. I was like, I just woke up.
yeah,
My girlfriend called me.
you know what I'm saying? This is me every day. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, Ryan, welcome to Chicago.
Thank you.
How many times have you been here?
Oh, maybe I don't know. This might be like my 6th or 7th time around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you eat good when you're here?
I haven't been here in a minute, but from what I remember, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. It's been years, yeah.
Okay. I like to ask people what they eat when they come here because some people are like, oh, I gotta have a pizza.
Oh.
But then people like deep dish. But real Chicagoans, we don't really rock with deep dish like that.
See, and then since I'm from Detroit, I'm used to that pizza and that type of deep dish style too.
I did not know you were from Detroit.
Yeah.
Okay, it makes sense.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into it.
Our show was fun to say, by you being from Detroit, and I just went to Detroit for my very first time this year.
Oh.
But it's crazy because we got here from Chicago. We feel like everybody in the Midwest got to come here. But I think Detroit, believe it or not, now I see Detroit feel like we competing. Chicago feel like Detroit don't feel like Chicago's bigger than them. And
Oh yeah.
it's like that type of energy.
competition.
It's like that
somewhere.
energy out there. So
Yeah.
you saying you only been here 6 or 7 times. I'm like,
Yeah.
because I know people from Indiana and Minnesota and St. Louis, they love coming to Chicago.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I have a good time when I go to Detroit.
Do you?
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad.
It's a real fun time.
It is really fun, and it's grown so much over the years. It's really cool to see. Yeah.
Are you still living there? Or
No, I live in LA now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's for the career or just?
Yeah, I definitely moved there for that. It was easier that way. I moved to Atlanta first because I was filming a show out there, and then LA. Yeah.
Okay, well, you're here. We're talking about the fire inside.
Yes.
We saw the movie last night.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yes.
I loved it.
You did.
I loved it.
Thank you.
Because I feel like I haven't seen you, me personally, I haven't seen you in a different light than the girl's girl.
Yeah.
You know? So to see that part come out and you portray that character, it was really dope.
Thank you so much.
And while we were in there, I was seeing the attire, the costume,
Yes.
and I saw the rocker coat, and I was like, let me see how old this lady is because where was I at when this was happening?
And it's crazy.
She's only 29, 30.
Yeah.
And I do not remember. And when we saw Michael Phelps, but this is coming out later, so spoiler alert, everybody. Once this comes out, spoiler.
Okay.
When I was seeing the whole Olympics fight with Michael Phelps, I'm like, okay, why was it never a thing?
Yeah. Even for me, and being from Detroit, it wasn't something that was talked about crazy, how it should have been. So it was really, really crazy. Also, I'm in the arts, so I wasn't watching the Olympics at that time like that. So, but yeah, it's just insane how her story isn't widely known. And it really should be because it's a really great story.
It's so amazing.
Yeah.
So with you being from Detroit, was that a huge part of why you was I want to portray this role?
Not necessarily. I mean, I thought, that's a great coincidence that, we're both from Michigan, but I just knew the story itself was really great and the people behind it were incredible, Barry and Rachel. And at the time it was with Universal, but now it's with Amazon MGM. And it was just a no-brainer. It was a very competitive role to get, there were a lot of actresses who wanted it, so I knew it would be it'd be hard, you know, it wasn't simple. So I just knew it was really special like everyone else.
So what do you think stood out about you going for this role opposed to, because you said it was very competitive?
Yeah, I have no idea. no, I mean, from what I've gathered, my director, Rachel, and our casting director, Francine, really, really liked the audition tape. And I think it was probably a combination of me being able to like completely strip myself of anything and just come in very raw and unfiltered, and also have like a teen like vibe, I guess, to myself, you know. Yeah, I was youthful and I was not 17, but I had to play it.
Yeah.
It was that, and also being able to bring the strength of her character, and I guess just a lot of the layers to her, and I'm just thankful they saw that, because I did not expect it. Nope.
Did you feel like any of your prior roles that you've done helped you out with this character? Like, I'm looking at movies like Girl Like Grace.
Yeah.
Cause she only seen you playing girly girl, but I'm looking like, no, I see you in different life. It kind of resembles.
Did you?
Playing, yeah.
You saw that?
Yeah.
Really?
I didn't see a Girl Like Grace.
Oh, you don't need to. It's okay.
No, I'm definitely gonna go watch it.
Oh my god. No. Very long time ago. I mean, sure, I think every single role that I've done has prepared me for something, you know, whether it be just having long hours on set and, you know, being able to be used to those types of hours and being exhausted and having to do it for months and months. Also just being comfortable with working with other people, being comfortable with being on camera. So things like that. But this is a very, very different project from anything I've ever done, and required a lot more of me and was extremely challenging. So it's just different, I think.
Was the challenges have something to do with just being the boxers, like to be athletic, having to run, like train, stuff like that?
It was the physical, yes, but it was also the emotional, the mental state. You know, Clarissa is a very confident person. She is superhuman, and I think athletes in general have a very different mindset than normal people. So I had to make sure I understood that and grasped that and executed, you know. So it was months and months of training to make sure I looked like a boxer. And that was really difficult for me, and but rewarding, because it was crazy to see my body transform in that way. I have never been more
that
fit.
First scene where they like went from like girl to like you, I was like, damn, she got some arms on her.
Yeah, it was very. Yeah, I had to gain a few pounds and gain more muscle, and I had never pushed myself like that before. So it was great. Yeah.
Did you learn anything from the process?
Like in what way?
Like mentally, just being in her character and seeing like things that she was going through and seeing like her confidence and how she overcame different things. Like, did you learn anything like mentally?
For sure. I think it's changed me forever, honestly, especially after spending time with Clarissa and being inspired by the person that she is. Like, she is an incredible person, and I wish more people could meet her just and talk to her one-on-one, because they would really see how cool she is, you know. And I don't think a lot of people see that. They see her fighting and they see her boxer persona, you know, that you have to have, but they don't know that she's a really, really kind person, really, really sweet, and encourages others around her, and is just really one of my favorite people. So I have been changed definitely for the better, and my confidence as well, knowing that I did do this and I am proud of it. I have a different confidence now with other things and just myself in general. So yeah.
I would love to know, when you talk to Clarissa, when y'all had a conversation, it's two scenes in the movie, right? Mm-hmm. And I feel like you really captured it. So if I wanted to really talk to her and like really get her experience when this happened, like how did she break it down to you? Mm-hmm. The first thing is when you were being intimate with your boyfriend in the bed and you stopped him and you was like, yo, I gotta tell you something. Like, you really brought that to life. Yeah. I would love to know, like, how did she express that scenario to you, like a situation to you?
That particular situation we didn't necessarily talk about. I was a lot more hyper focused on the relationship with her mom and her relationship with Jason. That I just tried to do it to my ability as much as possible and understand what was happening in that scene. It's a very vulnerable scene, you know, and what she's expressing to him is very real. I do know that a lot of Clarissa's story is even a bit darker than what the film had shown. And you know, to her comfort, it was made to be how it is, and just making sure that we captured the essence of it and understanding of how much of a step that was for her to let him know what she did in the scene. I don't want to express too much, but yeah, it was very important. But that in particular, we didn't talk about completely. But yeah, other things like her mother and Jason, those relationships, I really tried to wrap my head around a lot more with her, and I'm thankful for her because she was very open with me for a lot of the things that she went through.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
you said it was the second scene.
Yeah, the second scene for me was you have the baby. What was it, Fat Man? Fat Daddy. You had them in the grocery store getting the diapers, and that look in your eyes when you saw those other Olympic champions on the Wheaties box.
Yeah.
Like, it felt like that just pierced your soul. Like, what was that conversation like that? But that actually happened when they just made that for the movie.
I mean, that scene, how it went, I don't think that was actually, like, she didn't see the Wheaties maybe at the time that she had Fat Daddy. I think that was kind of just a combination of things happening. But I knew how affected she was, you know, about seeing other people thrive, seeing other people get these endorsement deals, and how it was just not adding up, you know, it didn't make any sense. And I think that scene in particular is really important for people to understand the gravity of what she was going through and how it affected her mentally. That scene is beautiful and had a bit of some tweaks to it too, you know, for the cinema. But yeah, I think it definitely caught what she was feeling at that time.
Yeah, you did a good job portraying us because we was in there like, yeah, that pissed me off.
I feel like I was looking at Clarissa watching the movie.
Thank you.
Like, even with that, like, you seeing like how you portraying that, I just want to know in your personal life, in your career as an actor, and then, you know, you got a background in music as well. Has there ever been a situation where you saw, like, and that was supposed to be my role, that was supposed to be you, and it just made you, like, you have any of those real life experiences?
There's definitely been plenty of roles that, you know, you audition for, you don't get, and then you see who did get it, and it hurts, you know, especially when you really, really wanted it. But it also, all at the end of the day, you reflect on it, and you know that it was supposed to happen that way, you know, like, that role wasn't for me, that was for the other person, and that was their story. I'm on a different path, and that's just what it is, and it all makes sense at the end of the day, and I'm thankful for that perspective, especially after, you know, you cry, everything, like, all the emotions happen when you see that. It does hurt, but you know, reflecting, it definitely gets better and better, and you get more used to it as time goes on. You know that, you know, it'll be another time for you.
Yeah, so your journey is different than everybody else.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I know you said earlier, it's like you said as an athlete, you said athlete mindset is different. So, speak like athlete, you won that gold medal, Clarissa won that gold medal, and she like, nothing happened. Like my life is, you know, most times, you know, us athletes, you know, we win, we got to go to the next goal.
Right.
As an athlete, like, how does that feel to be like, yo, I hit this accolade, and it's not fulfilling like I thought it was going to be? So how do you deal with that?
I mean, I think I'm still learning, to be quite honest. You know, as different things happen in my life, as I get further and further, there's new word problems that I have to deal with. And so it just gets different, and I get used to it, I guess, as time goes on. You get a, I guess, better outlook on life and understanding that I am doing this because I love it, and because it makes me happy, and all the other stuff is just the extras, you know, and trying to always stay focused on that instead of people around me and their opinions and all of that. It does get hard, you know. At the end of the day, you do want respect, and you do want the accolades here and there, like you do. And anybody that says they don't, they're literally lying. But you know, you have to keep reminding yourself of what it's all about at the end of the day. And I think I'm just constantly trying to stay present and not think too far into the future, because that just kills my anxiety.
Yeah, because it's like, I'm not Miss Cleo. I don't know what's going on. So why are we worrying about it?
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's important to remember.
So I do think that the movie is coming out at a great time, because we love on our Olympians so much right now.
Yeah.
Like, I really do. So do you feel like it will give like Clarissa more of a shine? It will be like more eyes on her?
I definitely.
Especially because she's so young.
Yeah, she's still creating history. Like, this movie is only the beginning of her story, so she's not stopping anytime soon. And I do think this film will definitely shine light on her and bring people to her and understanding her story and recognizing that and understanding how much she's been through, and shining light on women athletes. You know, this is such a time for women and women in sports, and I think she's a part of that. She's a part of that movement, and this is just an extension of that. So I'm hoping that it can just continue to grow, and then this is a part of it. So
before we get up out of here, what's going on with the music, sis?
The music is in the works. I promise it is. It's just trying to create a balance for myself and make sure that, you know, I'm focused on this film right now, and that's my priority. So we'll see what happens after. Okay,
we'll come back when the music comes.
I will. I will.
Hey. What's up? What's the word?